Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, I have shown you a quick overview on my inventory management system project. If you have not seen that video, just go to description and check out the link. From this video, we are going to show you how we have created this project. So first, you need to install Apache Netbeans IDE 12.2 version I'm currently using. And you need Mysql also. So here I'm using 8.0 version. You can go with the same versions for avoid any further issues. Okay, now we are going to create a new project over here. So go on file, click on new project, and then we have to go to the third folder of this one, Java with and then you will see Java application. After that you have to click on next, and then you have to put the name of the project. So here I'm going to write here inventory management system, and then we have to click on finish. It will create a project for us. So here you can see project has been created. Let me scroll a little bit. Let me increase the size of this one for now. And inside this one, we are going to create a login page. So right click on this one, source, and click on JFrame form, and just write login and press enter. Okay. After that, we have to create a new package over here. So just right click on source folder, click on Java package, and here we are going to put the images and press enter. After that, you have to just go to description of this video. I have provided a link. From there, you have to download all these images, and you have to just copy, and then you have to paste it over here. So just paste it over here. It will paste all the images, you can see. And now after that, we have to just minimize this part, and then we have to increase the form size. So 1366 comma 768 form size we will increase to this form size, and then close it. Okay, and after that scroll right of this form and center of this one, and then we are going to place the label over here. So here I'm going to write welcome, and then we need here for email we need, so I'm just going to write here email. And after that, here we need text field, so I'm going to place a text field. Let me increase the sizes to 368 or 70 approx. So, okay, 379. And after that, next level, this will be for password. And after password, the next password field we need to enter. So this is the palette actually. From there we can drag and drop the types of buttons or controls we want to use it. So just paste it over here and just increase the size of this one. Okay, and now we are going to select this and increase the size of this. So I'm making it bold 14. Okay, and close this. And we also want to change the size of this text field, so I'm also going to do the same. I'm going to make it as bold 14. Okay, and close this. After that, we are going to just remove the default text, and here we also want to remove the default text, and we also want to change this variable name. So if you go to the change variable name, here we just need to write the name, so text email and enter. And then here also want to change to txt password. And after that, here we need two buttons. So one button is for actually for login, and one button will be for close the application. Okay, so here we are just making it bold 14, and we also need to select the icon. So I'm going to select to click on over here. You can see all icons is visible now, and there we have to search login PNG image is there, and after that here there you can see the text, right? So you can also need to change, so just write here login, and then we just need to click on close. You can see text has been changed, icon is placed in this particular button. Okay, and after that we have to put one more button over here. So and I'm also going to change this button as same way. I'm going to go to the properties of this one, and here I'm going to click on close PNG image, and then we are making it bold 14. Click on OK, and I'm also going to change this one as close, and click on close button, and let me increase the size of this one and save this form. After that, here we are just need to change the layout to absolute layout. Okay, so right click on this one, absolute layout. Okay, and then we have to place a lever over here and right click on this one, properties of this one, and then we have to select login background.png image and close this, place it perfectly on this form, and after that scroll right side and here put center of the page, and then we are going to select one by one this field, these labels or text field and buttons, and drag and drop right side of the form. Okay, and you can see our form UI of login part has been completed. Now we have to go to the source. In the source, we have to put the codes and all. So first, inside this one constructor, we are just need to put a code, and we have to set the location of this particular form. So every time I want to open as a like center of the whatever the window we have. So for that, we have to write here set location and relative to, and inside this one we just need to pass the null. So it will always open at the center of the whatever the window you will open it. Okay, after that we have to go to the design, and you can see we have buttons, right? So if you want to generate the event, so we just need to click on double click on that particular event, so it will just generate the event. Or if you want to generate the event, you can also go with these events. So these are the events actually we have currently. So event is like a message which is sent by a sender to a subscriber, something like that. So whenever someone's going to click on this particular button, so we are going to call those code and we are going to execute it. For those purposes, events is used. Okay, or whatever the conditions of based event we are going to use. If the conditions or event is going to be satisfied, that particular method is going to be called. Okay, so here I'm going to generate the close event. You can see inside this one we just need to write the code. So int a and g option pan. So g option pan basically used to show the messages and all. So g option pan we need to import. If we go above, you can see we are going to import it from Java X Swing g option pan. Okay, inside this one we have to show confirmation dialog. This one we need to import, and here first we have to pass the null, and then we have to double quotes, we just need to write, do you want to close application? Okay, after that here we have to pass select, so it will show as a select, and then comma and g option pan. Then we also need to pass that yes or no option, so here just write a yes or no option and put semicolon. And if someone selected yes, so it means that a is equals to 0. In that case, we have to just close the application. So system.exit. So it will close our VM and it will exit our application. Save it. Let me run this one. So let me click on run file. And here you can see the form is open, but there's a buttons, right? Just close this one. I want to remove those buttons. So here you can see there's a navigator is there, right? Just need to click on this button, and then we have to click on design, and from here you can go to the properties of this JFrame. Go to the properties, and then you have to just click on this undecoded and just select this one and click on close. And if navigator option is not there at left side, you can also see it from here. Windows navigator is there. Okay, so after that just save this page and let's try to run this again. So right click on this, run file. You can see a full page of GUI is visible now. If I click on close, it will ask for, do you want to close application? So there's a spelling mistake, we will fix that. Just if I click on no, it will not going to do anything. Click on yes, it will fix it. So just change here the spelling close and just save this. After that just minimize this one also, and now you have to go to the Google and you have to just here we need a library actually. So that will be for Mysql connected Java file. Okay, so basically that library is going to be used to connect JDBC like our database with our code. For that purpose we need that one. So I'm going to add the jar file. I will also going to provide in description the link of that particular jar file. So here you can see mysql connector.java, and you can see the extension is .jar. I have seen some of the students have just downloaded the file which is .zip file and directly added in the library. So in that case, it will obviously going to throw the exception because it's expecting the jar file. Okay. So click on open. It will going to be add in our libraries. After that, here we need to create a new. Here, just right click on this package, source package, Java package we need to create, and we have to write here DAO. Click finish. And inside this one, we have to create a new Java class and click on finish. Okay, so inside this, okay, we have to rename this one. So just delete this one and safely refactor it. Right click on this one, new Java class, and here we have to write connection provider. So just click on it, and inside this one we are going to create a method that will be static. So we don't need to create the object to call this one directly. We can directly call it as we have declared a method static. After that, get con method we are going to write, and inside this one we are going to, so here you can see connection is throwing some kind of error, so we need to import the package we want to use it, from where we want to use it. So here we have just need to write import java dot sql dot, then we have to create the connection, call the connection, and still it's throwing error because we did not returning the connection. So as we are going to try to connect with our database, so there's a chance to generate the errors. So let's say if we enter the wrong credentials, in that case it will go through the errors. So exception E we need to catch, and we also want to print that in our console. So system.out print ln, and here we are going to print that, and then we are going to return the value that will be null. Okay, and in the try block we have to write the code to connect with our database. So here we have to write class.forename, and inside this one we need to pass the forename. So com.mysql.jdbc.driver, and put semicolon over here. And after that we have to create the connection. So for connections we need to use this one, and then driver manager we need. So driver manager dot get, so we need to import this one from import java.sql.driver manager, and inside this one get connection. Okay, we are getting some kind of, okay, driver manager dot get connection now, and then we have to pass the first URL. So I'm going to write a JDBC and MySQL, and then // and then we have to pass the host name. So for me I'm using localhost, so here we have to write local host, and then we have to pass the port, so 3306, and after that we have to pass here the database name. So till now we did not create any database, so I'm going to MySQL, and here I'm going to enter the password, and then we have to create the database. So create database and inventory tree. I'm going to create this table. So I'm going to copy paste this name, and I am going to paste it over here. Let me scroll this one. After that, here I don't want to use SSL for, as we are using in the local system. So SSL false, and after that, after closing the double quotes, we need to first pass the root or like username. So for by default the username of database is root, so I did not made changes. As per yours, you have to do the changes over here. After that we have to pass the password. So 12345 my current password of my database, and after that here it will create the connection. Let me decrease the size of this one. Okay, you can see the complete line at once. After that, we have to just return connection, and you see the error has been removed. Okay, so after that, here we need to create the table to store the data, right? So just need to create one more file over here in DAO. Right click on this one, Java classes, and here we have to just write tables and press enter. Inside this one, we have to create a main method. So just main method over here, and then we have to create like import connection con is equals to null initial configurations we are doing. So we just, and from here there's also options to import, but it is importing from some other way. So just go over here, import, and java.sql.connection. Okay, and you can see error has been removed, and statement is also there. So statement is basically is used to execute the SQL queries against database. Okay, so those purposes we need statement and st is equals to null, and we also need to import from java.sql.statement. Okay, and here we have to write try catch block and exception whatever is there we have to just show. So g option pan dot show messages null, and whatever the error we just need to pass. And there's a finally block is there. So basically this one is used to for the cleanup activity and code. So here we are also going to use try catch as okay, exception e, and in the try block we are going to just write con dot close, and okay, it should be outside of the outside, okay, of catch block. Okay, and here we have to just write st dot close. Okay, here we does not need to write parenthesis, so just remove this one. You can see error has been removed. So inside of try block here we have to call the connection. So I'm going to con, and here we have from connection provider class. From this connection provider class I'm going to get the connection, right? So for that connection we have to get it. So connection provider we need to import. Okay, so here we can also directly call that one. So just copy this one, connection provider dot get connection, and after that, as you know, we have to create the statement to execute the query. So create a statement and then st dot execute update to generate execute our query. Okay, and here first query which we are going to write is to create the database table. Database we have already created. Now we are going to write here create table, and the table name will be app user, and after that we have to write the column name. So app user underscore pk primary key int, and it should be auto underscore increment, and it should be also be primary key, so it should be unique as we have marked as a auto primary key. And after that we have role, user role varchar, and it should be of length 50, and then we have name varchar, increase the size to 200, and then mobile number varchar, and here we have to just pass 50, and then we have to email here. So varchar, let's write here 200, password varchar, and it should be of 50, and address varchar 200, and after that at last we have a status and varchar, and let's say 50. So this will be the complete query we have, and you can also execute it directly from here. Just copy paste this one and just paste it over here, complete query. Okay, if I go at last of this one till this point, and you can also go to the database, you can just write inventory and press enter and just paste it and put semicolon at the end, and if you press enter it will create the database for us. But we don't want that. We want to execute it from here so that we get to know that our database is connected, and here we can also store the query. Okay, so those purposes we are going to execute it from here. So now just save this. Okay, so we are getting some kind of error, so just delete this point. Okay, so by mistake we have deleted this one, so just close the curly bracket and save this. Now we are going to try to run this one, run file, and here you can see, okay, it does not shows any message because we did not have shown written that there. So I'm going to try it, create a table again. You can see we are getting an error message, table app user already exists. It means that from here we are able to create the database. If I go to the description, app user, press enter, you can see here. And after that I want to add a new super admin user directly in database. So I'm going to just comment this part, and I'm also going to copy this part only, st.execute update, and I'm going to the next line of this code. So just put enter and paste it over here, and inside this one we have to just write insert into app user, and then first value super role, sorry, user role, and name, mobile number, and email, password, address, status. So these are the values we want to insert. So after that we have to write values, and first that will be super admin, and then we have to just write the name. So here I'm also going to write super admin but put a space between super admin. After that here we have to enter the mobile number, so I'm going to just write 5-digit any random number, which will be 1 2 3 4 5. And after that here we have to just write super admin @test email.com. Whatever the email address you want to as a super admin we need to pass. After that single quotes, and then we have to pass the after email we have passed the password. So I'm going to write here only admin as a password, and then we have to pass which country you are or address. So I'm going to write here India, and then we have to just write here whatever the status of this user for login. So I'm going to set as true, and after that the double quotes here we need to put, and then we have to close the with the parenthesis and put semicolon. And then we have to just there's a one more option. If I right click on this one, there's an option of formats. If I click on it, you can see it set all the formats and make our code very user friendly. Okay, and after that the next line I want to show some message. So j option pan dot show message, and here just write null, and here we want to pass the data. So here I'm going to just write here message create table created successfully. So this message I want to show. So as we have table has been created, now I'm going to insert the data. I'm going to run file. So table created successfully message is visible, you can see. And if I click on OK, after that if I go to the database and if I select the table, so it needs to show all the details. So here I'm going to write here app user, press enter. You can see all the details related to super admin here visible. Okay, and in the console output you can see there is a one error visible. So if I, so we can also change this one, we can also copy this one or we just need to go to the connection provider, and here in between JDBC and all CJ we just need to enter. Okay, so this error will be removed. As the previous version we was using only com.mysql.jdbc driver, but from 8 we are using com.mysql.cj jdbc driver. Okay, after that we have to go to the login page, and then we have to go to the design and go to the login button. Double click on login button to generate the event, and inside this one we need to get the values. So as we need the values from email and password, so we are going to just re-email, and here to get the values from those fields, first we need to enter the name of that field. So I have earlier changed the name to email, txt email, and then we have to get the text. So we have to write here get text and press enter and put semicolon. So in this way we are able to access the values of this one. After submit we want to access these values. In this way we are able to get the values. Okay, after that this next field, that will be password, we are going to do the same. So txt password dot get text, and then we have to just a temp variable. So this will be to verify like incorrect password or not. After that here we need try and catch statement. So catch to suppress the error and all we need. So here we have to just show the error message. So show message and null, and here we just need to whatever the error we get. So okay, we also need to write an exception e. You can see error has been removed. Now inside the try block, first we need to create the connection. So connection, and here we need to import it from MySQL from connection. Okay, so we need to import it from, so just scroll down to the top of this page, and here we are just going to import directly. Import java.sql.connection, or we can directly import all this by just putting this one. Okay, asterisk sign. So now connection con, and here then we have to just write con, and then we have to import connection provider class, right? So just write like this. From DAO you can see we are getting option. If I scroll to the top you can see the import DAO.connection provider, and then we have to get the connection. So get connection, and then we want to execute the our statement. So first we need to create the statement. So statement st is equals to con connection dot create the statement. Then we want to execute the statement. So st dot execute, and here as we want to get the data from our database, so here we need to pass execute the query, and inside this one we need to pass whatever the query it is. Okay, so here I am going to write a select star from app user where email, and single quotes, then double quotes, and then plus plus, and inside this one we are going to pass the email address. So this value will be going to pass over here. So in this way we are going to put our values in our query. After that here we have to put and the password in the same way we need to pass single quotes, double quotes, plus plus, and here we have to just write password. And then here we also need to check that the status of that particular user is also active or not. So in the single quotes, as we are going to directly pass the value, so here we have to just in the single quotes we have to just write like this as a string we are going to pass here. So here we just need to pass the active. Okay, and after that let's say it will execute the query, right? So this is select query, so we are expecting some value from our database, so those value we need somewhere to store. So then result set will be come into picture. So result set basically is used to store the whatever the data we are going to get it from database. Okay, and after executing the select query, so after that here go to the next line, and here we have to write we are using a loop. So to extract all the values from result set we need to use loop, and here next. In this way we are going to execute all the value, get all the values, and here temp is equals to 1, and then we are going to hide this page. So set visible, and here we have to set false, and here we are going to route to the home page. Okay, sorry, my bad. Press enter, and here we are going to route to the home page, and after while condition we are going to check if temp is equals to 0. It means that it does not get inside the while. So it means that any user does not exist related to the credentials which has been provided. Okay, so after that we have to just here show the error message goption pan dot show message null, and here we have to just write incorrect email or password. This message we want to show, and after that, as we need to route to the home page, so we also need to create the home page. So just go to the default package of this project, right click on this one, new JFrame form, and here just write home, press enter. Inside this one we have to go to the source, and in this one we are expecting actually some values from UI. Okay, so just copy this constructor, okay, and paste it over here, and just format this one, and inside this parenthesis we have to just write a string, and here we are expecting the role from user. Okay, and then we have to just close this home page, and here at home we have written over here, just close this, remove this one, and here we just need to call that page actually. So new home, and here we have to pass the value actually. So rs dot get string. So this we are going to get it from database, and here user role we are getting, and here dot set visible, and then we have to just pass through. Okay, so just save this, and now I want to also show print this user role if I go to the home page. So for that we can also go to do that, we have to go to the home page, and here I'm just going to print system.out.print ln, and inside this one just need to print role, and just save this. And now I'm going to try to log in. So let's go to the login page. I'm going to run the file, and here we have to try with the super admin @test email.com, and I'm going to write a wrong password. I'm going to click on login. It should show the incorrect email or password. Okay, so I'm going to try with the correct, and I'm click on login. Okay, it's still showing. Okay, test email, so I'm going to write a admin, going to click on login. Okay, it's showing error. Let me close this application, let me open the database, super admin, and here I'm going to try to copy this one. Okay, so here what we did wrong, so in the status column you can see this one is set as true, but it need to be updated as active because we are searching on the basis of that. So update here, update app user set status is equals to, and here we just need to write admin and just put, you can see it will be executed, and in this tables.java file at end, as we have to pass the status, you can also change it. Here we just need to write admin, as previously we have passed true. So these are the small changes you need to do, and so from next time if when you create a new user, so in that case it will not going to insert the wrong value. Okay, so now I'm going to try again, run file, and here I'm going to paste this one, I'm going to press enter, correct password again, and click on admin. Okay, we are still getting error, so let me check once again. Sorry, my bad. Not admin actually, active, sorry. So active here, and press enter, and the same way we also need to update in the tables. Here we just need to write active, very confusing. Active. Okay, so now I'm going to try it again, run file, And here we just need to paste it over here. Just need to write admin, click on login. So you can see we route to the home page, and here you can see in the console, you can see super admin is visible. It means that we are able to pass the value from one component to another component also. So this is all related to login page. I hope you guys like this video. So please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.